Exactly 17 championships. So how was this empire built? And how many times has it weathered tough times? The Los Angeles Lakers are definitely more than just a basketball team. They are the NBA's most brilliant and even its most ruthless and dramatic story. The purple and gold jerseys are instantly recognizable in every corner of the world. But it's not just the trophies they've won that make this team a legend. It's the perfect and bold decisions made at the right moment, the loss of some stars at the wrong time, and of course, the heartbreaking tragedies, or perhaps we could even say the trades that changed the course of history overnight. In today's video, we'll start counting down the 10 critical moments that have most shaped Lakers history from number 10 to number 1. And believe me, the choice at number 1 will likely surprise many of you, because I actually ranked these moments not by the importance of the moment itself, but by their long-term impact on the franchise's destiny. By the way, before we get to the first item, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because content like this that you'll love will keep coming to this channel in a unique way that you won't easily find on any other channel. Of course, I'd also like to add this. It didn't all start in Los Angeles. First of all, this franchise was born in Minneapolis in 1947. The towering center, George Mikan, was the league's first true superstar and led the team to 5 championships. As you can see, the Lakers are one of basketball's founding dynasties. That winning DNA was about to be transported 6,000 kilometers west, and we're starting the countdown at number 10. Number 10, the gateway to the West. 1960, the Minneapolis Lakers were in dire straits. No arena, no money, and dwindling fan numbers. Faced with this situation, owner Bob Short began to feel desperate and then took one of the biggest risks of his life, the decision to move the team to Los Angeles. The Lakers hold the title of the NBA's first West Coast team. During the same period, the franchise managed to sign 2 legends, Elgin Baylor, the number 1 pick in 1958, and Jerry West, the number 2 pick in 1960. And as you probably know, West's silhouette is the very image of today's NBA logo. In fact, back then, the American sports media was watching this team, now based in sunny California, with keen interest. Of course, the short-term results were a bit painful. The team began losing back-to-back finals to the Boston Celtics. However, in the long run, this move laid the foundation for everything. In other words, without Los Angeles, there would be no Showtime, no Hollywood stars, and no global brand as we know it today. Perhaps we could say this was the moment the franchise's identity was born. Number 9, the heavy price of the first championship. I can say with confidence that after moving to Los Angeles, the Lakers were practically haunted by a specter. It was the pain of being defeated by the Celtics in the finals time and time again. The West and Baylor duo was phenomenal, but it just wasn't enough. The team's leadership problem remained unresolved. It was in the midst of this situation that the answer arrived in 1968. The Lakers managed to acquire Wilt Chamberlain, the most dominant player of the era, in a trade from Philadelphia in exchange for Darrell Imhoff, Archie Clark, and Jerry Chambers. And then in 1972, everything started to fall into place. A 33-game winning streak followed, and with a 69-win season, Los Angeles claimed its first championship. And finally, the long wait for a championship ring was over. This moment effectively established the philosophy of building a team around a championship-caliber center for the first time. If Wilt hadn't come to Los Angeles, the city likely would never have earned its reputation as a winning city. Number 8, the pillar of the future. By the 1970s, the Lakers began searching for a new direction. They acquired Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the league's dominant center, who was looking to leave Milwaukee in a trade. In the long run, of course, this trade would converge with a miracle 4 years later and likely ignite one of the most glorious eras in history. Because the pillar was now ready, the only thing missing was the smile that would bring it to life. Number 7, the silent end of Showtime. The date was November 7th, 1991, the Great Western Forum. Magic Johnson steps onto the podium and brings the world to a standstill. I have to retire from the Lakers because I've contracted the HIV virus. In an instant, the arena goes silent. Magic is only 32 years old, still at the top of his game. The American sports media is in shock. At that time, HIV was viewed as an unnamed death sentence. The Showtime era ends suddenly. In a completely unexpected way, the five-time championship-winning legend was leaving the court. In the short term, the team lost its leader. In the long term, this moment signaled the end of an era and plunged the Lakers into years of uncertainty. But Magic survived, returned to the All-Star game, and would one day come back to this team as its president. This was the moment when tragedy turned into a miracle. Number 6, Kobe's second chance. It was 2008 and Kobe Bryant was furious. Just imagine, Shaq was gone, the championship runs had dried up. Kobe had even considered a trade to Chicago. The Lakers needed a partner to keep him on the team. As expected, on February 1st, 2008, that partner arrived. Pau Gasol arrived in a franchise-changing trade from Memphis in exchange for Kwame Brown, young players, and draft picks. The results were immediate. The team reached the finals 3 years in a row and won championships in 2009 and 2010. Gasol was exactly the perfect teammate Kobe needed. Years later, Jeannie Buss would say, without Pau, those 2 championships wouldn't have happened. If that trade hadn't taken place, Kobe might not have been able to retire as a Lakers legend. That was the moment that saved a career and a legacy. Number 5, the year where tragedy and triumph collided, the date of a deeply tragic day, January 26, 2020, Calabasas. A helicopter crashes. Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, along with 7 others, 9 lives in total, are lost. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, concluded that the crash was caused by the pilot losing orientation in the clouds and transitioning from visual flight rules to instrument flight rules. It felt as if the world had come to a standstill. Los Angeles was overcome with grief. The Lakers family was shattered. I must point out that a purpose emerged from that nightmare led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The team dedicated the remainder of the season to Kobe. And that year, inside the famous bubble set up in Orlando due to the COVID pandemic, the Lakers won their 17th championship, a historic victory that tied the Celtics record. The Black Mamba jerseys became a symbol of farewell. That moment shaped the franchise's spirit in a way that would never be the same again. Pain and triumph converged in the same season. Number 4, the split that ended a dynasty. 3 years in a row, 2000, 2001, 2002, Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, 3 consecutive championships. An unquestionable dynasty, but a war was raging in the locker room. 2 colossal egos couldn't coexist on the same team. The reality was this: an unexpected loss to the Detroit Pistons in the 2004 finals led to a decision. Shaq was traded to Miami. Kobe re-signed. In the short term, the team collapsed and missed the playoffs. But in the long run, this split defined the franchise forever. It was now, without a doubt, Kobe's team. A duo that could have won even more championships had broken up, yet the legend that Kobe carried on his own was born from the ashes of that very split. Sometimes what changes a team the most isn't a star who arrives, but one who leaves. Number 3, the trade that shook the basketball world. In February 2025, one of the most shocking trades in NBA history took place. The Dallas Mavericks sent their 25-year-old superstar Luka Doncic to the Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round draft pick. At first, no one could believe it. Even Luka thought it was some kind of April Fool's Day prank. And this trade began to rewrite the Lakers' future overnight. The 2019 Anthony Davis trade, once seen as the cornerstone of the future, was now a thing of the past. LeBron James, who signed in 2018 and led the team to the 2020 championship, was, of course, no longer the team's future. From then on, Luka was the new face of the team, and on August 2nd, 2025, he fully sealed his commitment with a 3-year, $165 million maximum contract extension. "It's an honor to be a Laker, and I wanted to be here," he concluded. This could be described as the official beginning of the post-LeBron era. Indeed, on July 1st, 2026, LeBron left the team after 8 years. However, he didn't retire, he simply closed the chapter on his time in Los Angeles. Jeannie Buss bid him farewell with these words: "We will always be grateful to him for his 8 years with us, including the championship he won for us in 2020 under the most challenging circumstances." Number 2, I want to talk about a genius's 2 moves. 30 years ago in 1996, general manager Jerry West took a risk. First, he fell for a high school graduate, Kobe Bryant. He traded Vlade Divac to Charlotte to acquire the 13th overall draft pick. Then came the second move. He lured free agent Shaquille O'Neal away from Orlando and signed him. 2 moves, 1 dynasty. With Phil Jackson's arrival, this duo won 3 championships from 2000 to 2002, including a legendary 15-1 playoff record in 2001. Indeed, without West's boldness and that unique eye for talent, that three-peat dynasty would never have existed. This was the moment that propelled the franchise back to the top in a single offseason and created the first super duo of the 21st century. Number 1, the signature that started it all. And here we are at number 1. Many of you were expecting Magic, Kobe, or a championship here, but none of that would have been possible without a signature from 1979. On May 29th, 1979, Dr. Jerry Buss purchased a package including the Lakers, the Kings, the Forum Arena, and a ranch from Jack Kent Cooke for $67.5 million, the most expensive sports franchise sale of that era. That same summer, Magic Johnson was drafted and Showtime was born. Under Buss's ownership, the Lakers won 10 championships and became the face of the league. The cycle came full circle in 2025 when the Buss family sold the franchise to Mark Walter and TWG Global at a record valuation of $10 billion. The family retained approximately a 15% stake, and Jeannie Buss will continue as governor for at least another 5 years. Just think about it, from $67.5 million to $10 billion in 46 years. That's not about a player, it's an ownership decision. That was the very foundation of the modern Lakers. Yes, here they are, the 10 moments that made this franchise a legend. But did you notice not all of them were victories? A move, an illness announcement, a locker room brawl, a helicopter crash. The Lakers story isn't just about championships, it's about losses, missed opportunities, and rising from the ashes time and time again. Every decision in the past has shaped who they are today. As you can see, the team is now on the cusp of a new era, the Luka Doncic era, Mark Walter's deep-pocketed new ownership, and an uncertain future beyond LeBron. JJ Redick's young roster, rebuilt around Doncic, Austin Reeves, and new center Walker Kessler, is finding its way in a fiercely competitive Western Conference. The most critical question here is, will the Luka Doncic era be able to shoulder the massive legacy left by the Buss family, or will the Lakers be crushed under the weight of their own past? Which of these 10 moments do you think truly deserves the number 1 spot? Was it that signature in 1979 or the Luka trade? Post your own ranking in the comments because this debate will never end. Like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe because the next big moment for the Lakers is always lurking just around the corner.